Welcome to East by West Farms. Here we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Today I'm going to show you what we're going to plant for the fall garden. I got a bunch of seeds over here. I just received these seeds from Asian to Garden to Table. They actually have a YouTube channel, and they also sell seeds online. From what I saw on the forum or on the discussion, the seeds are of very good quality. The nice thing with this seed package is actually come with a very good description of the growth characteristic of the vegetable. So the table over here shows the germination temperature and what temperature that is good for optimal growth and the poor and tolerable. The thing with the weather here at Texas, fall is like a spring here. Sometimes the fall season is better, even better than the spring season. So we have usually the first frost come around maybe after Thanksgiving or middle of December. So now is September, so we still have about 3 months to go of growing season. And if you have vegetable that can take some frost, you can grow them through winter without much problem, unless you get a very deep freeze. One thing I noticed a lot from some YouTube channels or some comments from seed company is people sometimes don't pay attention to the season for the vegetable. So for example, they're trying to grow lettuce in the middle of summer, and that just doesn't work. So typically vegetable would have, I kind of categorize them into cool season vegetable and warm season vegetable. And you really don't want to grow cool season vegetable in the middle of summer, obviously. And sometimes you see the comments say, oh, I planted this in the fall and in May. I planted this in May and it bolted in 2 weeks. Yeah, that's probably a cool season vegetable that you should not plant in May. You should plant it in September. So anyway, so this table really helps you to identify what time you should plant your vegetable. It also explains this one they didn't say how long it takes, but some others they will say how long is the maturity date, so you can kind of judge based on your frost date to decide whether it's when you want to plant it. So I'll show you what I got over here. The first one I got here is the Hongsai Tai, or Bok Choy. This cool season vegetable is not going to grow well in summer. Hongsai Tai is actually a leafy green and a brassica family. The leaf is edible, but usually I don't eat the leaves, I eat the wrapper. This is a cool season vegetable, so I may wait for maybe 1 or 2 weeks until the weather is really cool down, because sometimes we could have another heat wave come before I plant this. Then the next one is the lettuce. Lettuce is basically a Chinese lettuce, and again, this is a cool season vegetable as well. Here it says maturity days is 65 days, and it can take some frost for this one. So for me, this is a vegetable that can grow through winter. The difference between the lettuce, the Chinese lettuce, and the regular lettuce is that you can eat the leaves. It also have a stem that could be about 1 inch or so in diameter and about 1 foot long that grow underneath the leaves. So basically you have this stem and then the leaves grow on top of it. that stem actually is edible and it's really tasty. So that's why I got this one. And then the next one is Hongsai Tai. Hongsai Tai again is similar to lettuce, but the leaf is tender than lettuce. It doesn't have that stem like the Chinese lettuce, but it's really good for hot pot. So once I get this going, I can see that in winter we will have lots of hot pot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And then this one is a Bok Choy that also can take some frost. Most of the people are familiar with Bok Choy, and I'm actually not a particular fan of Bok Choy. I like vegetables that have leafy green and tender leafy greens. Bok Choy just have too much white stem for my taste. So I grow them for the wrapper. So I usually wait until they start to flower, not flowering, start to bolt, and then I will harvest the wrapper for cooking. That is tastes much better than the leaves. Next one is long bean, and that is not a cool season vegetable. You can see that it's actually a warm temperature season vegetable. It grows very well through summer. It's very prolific. The reason I want to plant this is I want to try it here because here we got full sun. So I want to try it to see if I can grow this in the fall. Here it says the maturity day is 65 days, so we should have enough time. The question is whether it will do well if the temperature cooler down, whether it will do well. So I have two types of long beans, different. So that's the basic long bean is the spaghetti beans. Fuzzy melon here is again not cool season vegetable. This is might be too late to plant. The maturity is 80 days, and it like warmer temperature than like the Bok Choy. So, but I will give it a try. I have a package, so I will probably plant 2 or 3. Just give it a try and see if I can get the fuzzy melon in the fall. Next one is the Hongsai Tai. That's the brassica family that can take some frost, so it's a winter vegetable for me. Basically have a beautiful purple stem, and then it will shoot bolt, and then I will harvest the wrapper. So you can see that in winter, actually, I eat a lot of wrapper from different variety of brassica family. Kohlrabi, that is again a plant that like cooler weather, and it can take some frost. So it has this big bulb. That's most of people eat that. We actually harvest the leaves, and they make great pickles. So I make pickles of the leaves, and you can harvest while the bulb is growing. You can harvest the leaves and pickle them and eat them. And then when the bulb is mature, you harvest the bulb. And then I have 2 variety of green beans. They are cool, not cool, but it's a kind of early spring vegetable, so it will work well for here for the fall. They mature relatively fast, and so it takes probably about one month or so, 1 or 2 months the most to get the beans. So I think this is a good vegetable to have for early fall. And then I have the all-season gailan. This actually has a very fast mature date of 50 days, and it can take some frost. This is one of the cool season vegetable for me. You can eat the wrapper or you can eat the leaves. It's a very tasty vegetable. So that's what I got for the fall garden. Some experiment with the long beans and the frozen melon. We just have to try it to see if it grow here. If it doesn't, no big deal. I just lost some seeds, but I got quite some vegetable that I know it will grow well in the fall and in winter as well. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
That's what I'm going to plant for the fall season. I will keep you updated on how this goes. Texas weather is unpredictable, so we might get a deep freeze in later September, who knows. Especially this year, 2020 has been a crazy year, and lots of unexpected things has happened in this year, and I'm sure everybody is looking forward to have this year pass us. But we still have 3 months to go, and anything could happen. But I hope the best for the remaining part of the 2020. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please give me a thumb up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down below. If you have not done so, please hit the subscribe button to follow our journey with the East by West.